Hi everybody. I'm not going to actually start that Halloween related, possible playlist up in this video because I wanted to talk about something that's got absolutely nothing to do with Halloween. Not totally. I mean, unless you want to count, me talking about vampires, on here. I've been kind of stewing on this for, like, I'd say the past 2-3 weeks, besides the Guru India video, where I did the restaurant review. What it is, Tony and I watch an HBO TV show called True Blood. I'm sure y'all have heard of it, unless you've been under a rock. We have, of course, seasons 2 and 3 here at the house. I found out that on the Amazon.co.uk webpage that the DVD set is going to be released in England on May 23rd of this year of 2011. Of course, when I go to Amazon.com, which is the American version of the page, surprise, surprise, there's no date on it. Well, of course, I have got Tony addicted to vampire stuff. Like vampire TV shows and stuff. Because we also have Forever Knight here, which is the 1992 through 96 TV show that, they had. I wish they would, and this is something about Forever Knight, I wish they would take Nigel Bennett's character, Lucien Lacroix, and do a spin-off of that TV show. And more or less pick up, talk about, fast forward it, 2 decades, and, just like do, like, in flashbacks what happened, as far as, what happened after Forever Knight ended, like what did Lucien do, and do like a whole thing on him. That's my opinion. And put Nigel Bennett in as the star of the TV show, because I remember back when I was 19, 20 years old and that TV show was on, I thought he was good looking. I mean, I was like, hey baby. I still think Nigel's good looking, but I would love to see him be the star of his own TV show. Just as a plug for Nigel Bennett, and have Jarrett Wynn Davies play a small role. And like, what I would like to know is, as far as like what happened with Lacroix's character, like in the first season of Forever Knight, like in the second episode of season 1's episode 2, Nick kills Lucien. He doesn't actually. He comes back at the end of the first season and comes all the way back in the second season. But what happens is, I want to know what happens after, Nick kills, Lucien, like what was going on, like, while all of season 1 of Forever Knight was going on, with Lucien, because he wasn't in, like that whole series outside of episodes 1 and 2 and the last episode in season 1. And then, he was in outside of the flashbacks, that is. But, I would like to know what turn, other than his daughter Divya turning him into a vampire and him killing her, what else happened? I think that would be interesting. Of course, that's just me. And, well, Tony agrees with me on that. But, I digress. Back to, True Blood and everything. Not that I'm complaining, but, as of right now, as of 9:56 p.m. on February the 15th of 2011, there's no release date on True Blood here in the States. Well, I'm of the opinion, and Tony and I have discussed this, that I will not pre-order anything. I won't. I just have a policy against it. The reason is, and I'm going to use True Blood as an example here, they had an original release date of, like, I think in December of last year of 2010 for that, and then they took away the, you know, release date. Well, like, you know, hello, you know, all these people pre-ordered it, and, you know, I've been reading on Amazon's blog about that, you know, like, these people are very disappointed that, you know, it's taken this long for them to, you know, get a release date or, you know, any information on that. Well, you know, I happen to see a post in there saying that, you know, yeah, you know, they're going to release it in England in May, you know, and part of me is like, why are they releasing it in England before they release it here in the States? You know, what's up with that? Well, you know, anyway, I mean, like, for example, it's not just True Blood at season 3 that I won't pre-order. There's a book coming out that I've just been itching to get my hands on, and it's Vampire Mind. It's a Carolyn Sparks book. They're supposed to release it at the end of March, right around March 29th of this year. I have just been dying to get my hands on this book. I've actually read all of the series, starting with How to Marry a Millionaire Vampire, clear up through Eat, Pray, Love, which was the last book. And they're not all about vampires. I mean, granted, there are vampires in it, but they also have shapeshifters, and, you know, like True Blood. And I mean, I like Carolyn Sparks's books better, because, no offense, Charlene, but Carolyn's got the formula right. I mean, because it's like, the scenes in those books are, you know, and the way she describes the Scottish vampires. Tony wonders why I've spent half my time drooling like a fiend. I mean, and he's like, will you quit reading that book? And I'm like, no. And the third book, Be Still My Vampire Heart, the vampire's name is Angus in that book. Let's just say he's a, yeah, you know, yum. You know, any red-blooded female that's straight would just be like, yeah, baby. You know, from the description of him, me personally, I am just like, you know, and I know one of the other girls at work who's reading the series with me had the same reaction. She's like, too bad he ain't real. And I said, no kidding. I said, no kidding. I said, too bad. I was like, and too bad I'm married, because if he was real, woof. You know, I mean, seriously. I mean, you know, I mean, he just, you know, I mean, you know, he's amazing, just from his description. You know, he's big, you know, and put it this way, he puts Arnold Schwarzenegger to shame. And, you know, he looks good in a kilt. And, you know, I mean, Sean Connery may look good in a kilt too, but this guy's young. Well, physically he looks younger, but he's like 500 some years old. But, you know, I'm like, yum, you know. But yeah, I mean, like, I can wait. Seriously, that's what I'm getting at. As far as like pre-order and stuff, I can wait. No book or movie or, you know, TV series is worth, you know, me prepaying for it, because I can wait for it. I mean, like, like, when, for example, when Vampire Mind comes out in March next month, I'll probably order it the day after it comes out, just because my opinion is, you know what, in all truthfulness, this way at least I know that it's out, and if it takes a little bit of time to get to me, you know, that's okay, because I know it's probably back ordered. But yeah, anyway, you know, I mean, I just want to jump on here and share my thoughts about pre-order. I mean, you know, it's great if you want to do that. I mean, that's fine. I mean, you know, there's no law saying you shouldn't. But, you know, like, for example, with True Blood, you might want to think about that, because they can, you know, the publishers or whatever can yank, you know, that time back or up, or, you know, or move it all together. I mean, it's entirely possible. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching, and hang on for another video, okay? Hang on.